My girlfriend cheated on me with her best friend throughout spring break. Hi, welcome to my channel. Today, we've got a story from our /relationships where Op's girlfriend cheated on him with her best friend. Before we start, if you have any personal stories of relationship issues and problems that you and your significant other faced, that you want to share, feel free to email them to me. Let's get started. Original story. During the summer break, my girlfriend cheated on me with her best friend, all the while keeping me in the dark and the general communication was zero. We came back to college and I started hearing dumb things and excuses that lead to fights like, "You kiss differently. You've changed. You're not who you were." I haven't changed a bit, it is just that something felt off. One day we had an event in college and we had a lot of fun. The same night I got a call from her. She was crying and she told me how she cheated on me with her best friend for about 3 months. She told me how she realized she truly loved me. I don't like shouting at people or fighting, so I immediately cut the call and didn't want to talk further. She started bombarding me with calls. I picked up one call and told her that I didn't want to talk right now and was in no mood to discuss this further. She kept calling me, now her friends also joined in. I was getting messages and calls left and right. She was crying and not eating. Finally, I had to pick up the call. She was crying profusely and asking me why I wasn't talking to her. She kept saying "I love you," but I couldn't bring myself to reciprocate. I told her I wanted to break up, but that blew the lid off her and she started crying very loudly. I somehow convinced her to eat something and not cry. She kept saying she only wanted me and nothing else. But my trust was shattered. She made me meet her the next day, although I didn't want to. I told her I wanted a break and it'll be a long time before I was normal again. She just kept crying and asking me not to do this. She kept saying "I love you, don't do this," etc. After a while, I thought maybe I was being too dramatic and told her I can't trust her anymore. She said she would do anything. I could only tell her I can't do this. She kept pushing me. Me and my ex were really good friends. We broke up on mutual terms and would talk once in a while. She had a problem with talking to my ex and made me block her. Finally, I asked her to choose between me or her best friend. I'm not someone who does something like this. She used to hang out with him and leave me behind, talk to him and not answer my calls at times, but I trusted her fully. She said she wants to be with me. She made it a point to show me she blocked him. It was all well and good until about a week later when I saw she was talking to him on Instagram. I was hurt. I had started to trust her again to some degree. I immediately confronted her and she blocked him again, but I wasn't having any of it. She started crying and begging me. After a lot of this, I still agreed to be with her. Now yesterday, again I saw this guy's chats, never checked her phone. She was showing me something on Instagram and confronted her about it immediately. She started telling me how her friend was becoming suicidal and this and that. I called the guy directly and talked to him in front of her and told both of them that I wasn't okay with it and that she will have to choose. Now somehow my girlfriend told me I was being controlled by asking her to choose, and at this point, I had had enough. I asked her to take her stuff and go to her hostel. I have a flat. She lives in the hostel. Now I thought talking to one of her friends who was quite reasonable was a good idea. I called her friend up in front of her and she told my girlfriend to do what she thought was right. Then she took the phone off the speaker and I was like, this involves me, I would like to listen. At this point, she started leaving the room. She had already packed her stuff, so in anger, I told her that if you leave, just don't come back. At this point, she made up her mind about the breakup and proceeded to take her stuff and walk out the door. It was pretty late at night and I didn't want to let her go in an unsafe situation. I chased after her and said I'd give her a ride. She refused, but I insisted. Finally, she agreed. At this point, she had told her friends and her best friend that we'd broken up. But during the ride she held on to me and started crying, asking me if we were doing this. I didn't have an answer. What do I do? So I wanted to provide an update and thank my fellow Redditors. I took the advice and broke up and realized that the relationship was sucking the life out of me and was the worst thing in my life at the moment. Since then I have met someone who understands me and cares for me. There's no drama. Well, I once ate the last pizza slice and she got pretty angry, but yeah, that's the level of the drama. We support each other and she makes me a better human all around. Because of my ex, I wasn't able to focus on my studies, and the breakup combined with the COVID pandemic gave me ample time for studying, and I landed an internship at a big bulge bracket company, and also I'm working on a few personal projects that I love spending time on. The pandemic also gave me time to realize that I was with the wrong person, and I love many others who love me, be it my family, friends, etc. I feel liberated. Today I was looking back at what used to be and I remembered that this subreddit for the trigger point for the change in my life. So thank you, and you all are awesome. It's because of you I've gone from crying nights to happy days. Before we take a look at some replies by other Redditors, Take a moment to like the video to show your support to the channel. Don't forget to leave your own opinion on the story in the comments down below. Now let's look at some comments. DPLXN wrote, "What a polite young man, at least you showed class taking care of her even though she put you through all this crap. Just cut her loose, mate, it will be better for you. Single life is a good time to reflect upon who you are and what you want. I believe in you, mate." Anonymous wrote, "What do I do? Break up. She cheated on you for 3 months and unblocked him too, CE, and then told you you were being controlled for giving her an ultimatum. You'd be a fool to let her treat you like that." Twistix Panda wrote, "You deserve better, sounds like you will be happier on your own for a bit. What grinds is she was perfectly happy giving you the ultimatum to block your ex, controlling in her own words, yet when you ask the same, she's a victim. Walk away and be happy doing it." Minty Moth wrote, "If you ever feel like you can only trust a partner through almost controlling means, then there isn't any real trust left and no possible foundation for a healthy relationship. Also, her making you block the ex that you were genuinely friends with is a major red flag, and that she expects you to cut off friends she's not comfortable with but can't do the same also shows another level of disrespect. You can't trust her and she doesn't respect you, so it's past time to go." Kikil980 wrote, "You have realized that you need to break up because you wanted to from the start. She manipulated/guilted you into staying with her and now you don't know what to do because of the manipulation. Trust what you knew that you needed before she messed with your emotions and break up with her. If you are worried about her, you could text a good friend of hers or her parents, if you have their number/if she's close with them like that, to check in with her. You don't have to tell them the reason why, but only tell them that you're worried for her well-being. Of course, you are in no way obligated to do that if you think that the people close to her will retaliate at you after you tell them, but if it would make you feel better about breaking up, it could help." Op made an update comment and wrote, "So, I wanted to provide an update and thank my fellow Redditors. It's been a year since my post, and I took the advice and broke up and realized that the relationship was sucking the life out of me and was the worst thing in my life at the moment. Since then, I have met someone who understands me and cares for me. There's no drama. Well, I once ate the last pizza slice and she got pretty angry, but yeah, that's the level of the drama. We support each other and she makes me a better human all around. Because of my ex, I wasn't able to focus on my studies, and the breakup combined with the COVID pandemic gave me ample time for studying, and I landed an internship at a big bulge bracket company, and also I'm working on a few personal projects that I love spending time on. The pandemic also gave me time to realize that I was with the wrong person, and I love many others who love me, be it my family, friends, etc. I feel liberated. Today I was looking back at what used to be and I remembered that this subreddit for the trigger point for the change in my life. So, thank you, and you all are awesome. It's because of you I've gone from crying nights to happy days." Chess Piece Face replied to Op and wrote, "My guy. You ate the last slice. You'd better be glad she's not coming here for advice on what to do about you. Seriously though, glad things are going well for you. What do you think about all of this? What do you think about Op's update? Also, do you think Op's current girlfriend will ever forgive Op for taking the last slice of pizza? Let us know in the comments down below. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Hit the notification bell to make sure you never miss an upload.